you having a problem with your Starlink internet Ethernet connections? I've figured out the solution. Coming up right now. So hello, welcome to YOLO Adventures. This is an update of my previous video, which gives you a hack to get the Starlink Dishy. I don't know why they call it a Dishy, but it's satellite equipment without waiting for the service to come to the area. And I'll put that hack up above here so you can review it. But one note of caution, and this is most helpful for those who are using their Starlink in a mobile situation, such as multiple homes or an RV. If you're stationary and there's no service yet in your area, you may not be able to get service. However, recently with Starlink opening up their roaming capability, that subscription restriction may be changed quickly. With Starlink now shipping the second generation dish, the rectangular lighter dishy versus the round one and heavier earlier model, there's a big configuration change. That is, there's no longer an internet cable port for the second generation. So this necessitates buying a dongle or an Ethernet adapter from Starlink. This adapter is about $35 and it's available in the Starlink store. And it's been on back order, although I just received mine this week after a 4-week wait, so maybe that's been cleared up. So here I just received from Starlink the dongle that'll allow me to plug it into the modem and then put the Cat 5 cable in there for the Ethernet and hook it in directly into my PEPWave. So all the devices that are Wi-Fi enabled in my coach, the TVs, Netflix, Amazon, my Ring, everything that's Wi-Fi activated, I don't have to change every time I change site. I don't have to change the network. What I do is I go in and I have all of these devices in the coach. There's about 7 or 8 of them. I have them pointing to the PEPWave, which is a 7 antenna modem, PEPWave transit dual. I'll put the description below of the device that I have. And then I will use the dongle to connect it. So let's unbox this. Very simple. It's just a little dongle. It's got the US, this is proprietary to Starlink, and the other end which you plug the antenna wire into and you plug the Ethernet into. So on the bottom of the modem, you attach the dongle, so that goes in just like that. So then I plug the Cat 5 Ethernet cable into the dongle right on the back. The other end of the Ethernet cable I plug into my PEPWave, and then the antenna gets plugged right back into here. Plug it in. Let's see if we're good to go. The internet adapter allows you to connect between the Starlink router and your own router. So on YOLO, with my motor coach, I have a PEPWave transit dual router modem. By having this modem on my coach, it allows me to have all my devices on my RV run off the PEPWave router. So whatever signal the PEPWave router gets, then that's distributed to everything else. What this does is it allows me to not have to change settings and find networks for each individual device every time I move my motor coach. So it's been very helpful. So avoiding that really saved me a lot of time. So when I get to a new place and I set up my Starlink, I connect my Starlink network to my PEPWave and everything's good to go. So to set up the PEPWave with the Ethernet cable, you have to disconnect the satellite dish from the Starlink router that they provide you. Plug the Ethernet adapter into the router, and then plug the antenna cable into the adapter. So then use an Ethernet cable to connect the Ethernet port of the adapter to the WAN port of your router. In my case, my router is the PEPWave. So any Cat5 cable, which is in good condition, seems to work. When I did this, however, the Starlink was not able to connect and give me a signal. I plugged and unplugged all the cables again to make sure I had good connections. I wiggled them around a little, still no service. I reset the modem as per instructions by plugging it and unplugging it 3 times in a row, still no service. I then disassembled everything, took everything back down, the adapter and so on, and connected the Starlink directly to the modem, and I got service. So, I unplugged everything again, reconnected the adapter by going from the satellite dish into the adapter, and then from the adapter into the modem. Again, no service. So what was the problem? I then figured out at this point, I had a dual LAN situation. I figured out that I had to disable the functionality of the Starlink router and use the PEPWave as the router, because they were conflicting with each other. So to do this, you open the Starlink app on your phone, you enter settings, enter bypass mode. This will turn off the router functionality of the Starlink router and then send the signal directly to your own personal router. Bingo. Service came up, and it came up at a very high speed, and it came up rather quickly. Now, one caution: if you have to revert back to using the Starlink modem as your functioning modem after you've made these changes, the device must be factory reset, and that's a pretty simple process, and it's in the app on the instructions. So why would you want to use your own router? As I said, in my purposes, I use my own router because it was very much easier in my motor coach as I'm moving from place to place. There are other reasons that you may want to use your router. Perhaps you're going to move your router from your main home to your weekend home. And when you move your satellite to another location, you have to do it. So you might want to use your own router. Or perhaps you'd like to use a mesh Wi-Fi setup. While a first-party mesh network is still in the works, there are already many great options out there, like the high-end Aero Pro 6 mesh Wi-Fi system, or the significantly cheaper Aero 6 standard system. So users with particularly large homes may require multiple access points in order to get complete coverage in their house, and mesh networks make that possible. Alternatively, if you just want more control over your router, the current Starlink router is very limited, even lacking the ability to port forward. And if you want to have more control over your network, a third-party router is the way to go. So I hope this helps solve your problem. Please give me a thumbs up. That'll help me with my YouTube algorithms. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and hit the notification button so you can get notified of the next video. I'm trying to build my YouTube channel, and I do it one person at a time, and you'll be very helpful. Please put any comments or questions below. I'll read them and I'll answer them properly. And I want to thank you for watching. Have a great day. Please give us a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and you'll be notified every time we put up a new video. Thanks for watching.